I am Creator Lohem, DiamonD, Yahweh, Love Elohim, the ancestor of everything called Creator, me, Love Elohim. For I'm the first Elohim that spoke. This message is about genocide, and the Bible is a book of genocide about us. So therefore, God is bogus in the Bible. Background history. The Bible begins with in the beginning. There was something happening before the beginning. I am the Creator, Love Elohim, creation of the beginning. Long before time was created, I created many different beings, me, Love Elohim, and I eventually created one being that was thought to be greater than myself. It's now called female. And I had to go through evolution. Therefore, my name became Evil Lohem, Love Elohim, the creator of the female being. Later on, when my creator and his word did assist me in this simulation of a dream of developing the word love, Elohim, that I am already, me, Yahweh, Love Lohem, Elohim, I am, DiamonD, ancestor of all creators. Therefore, the first body, and there is 3 different bodies. I'm the first Elohim with a body. It's me, Love Elohim, the creator of the invention that is the body. The first body was called Body Lohem, Love Elohim, created by the word of my creator, who was studying his creation called deception. But my creator never did create the creation of deception, and I am the Elohim that created the source of deception. Mine's only created deception. So therefore the first body was called Evil Body Lohem, Love Elohim, which was mine's. So we had to create the body. The second body was called Boxing One, which was a 4-sided figure with 1 at the top, which represents the mind. 2 arms and 2 legs in the mind. It's called a Boxing One. That body failed. So you have a Boxing One defense in professional NBA basketball or college collegiate basketball. Boxing One defense. I'm an expert at playing basketball. Yeah. Therefore, the second body type is the body that had wings. And that body type was about May 19, 2017. Did I want to hurry up this way again and give you a high five? Or did I want to just fly up there? That second body was given away, and now you have something called birds. And you think angels had wings, agents of Love Elohim. They had wings, agents of Love Elohim, me. All right, the third body type is what this one is now. It's just called the body. And the body is only created for Love Elohim with forgetfulness, so that I can remember something later. But it would never be you. Therefore, the being that I created, the female being, which was thought to be greater than me, I was going through evolution, me, Evil Lohem, Love Elohim. Therefore, my name became evil, that I had to evolve in the evolving evolution of being evolved, me, Evil Lohem, Love Elohim. Therefore, my name, Love, in English, spells the word evil. E-V-O-L, love, man. Therefore, I became the Elohim, me, Love, creator of language. And the first language is called body language. Your Lohem never had body language. I'm the only Lohem that had body language before this body type, which is actually called the body, was created. Me, Evil Lohem, Love Elohim, DiamonD, creator, Yahweh. I am. So language being my creation was that every other Lohem that tries to learn my English language, it will have L anguish. So I created English alphabet, me. I am God Enosh, Lohem, Yahweh, Elohim, created the English language, but I created alphabet that every other Lohem would have L anguish with my English language. Therefore, my name, Lohem, would never be needed to be created or spelled in my English dictionary. So there's only one Elohim of the English language, me, Yoel Yahweh. Therefore, my name, Lohem, I became the creator of the low word, me, the E. The E created a low word. And the low word, what? Comes without the word word. Just low. That's me. And I created Lil and Lel, with me, the E, creator of the low word, which is just low. So you never know my name, Lohem, love, Yahweh Elohim. DiamonD, ancestor of all creators. Therefore, as I was creating language, I just put my name, Lohem, with my word Philemon in the New Testament of my Bible. Therefore, the Bible, which is a book of genocide, which is about this word G-O-D. G-O-D in English is the two-letter words coming for the three-letter words. It's go, and it's like Goldie, and that's my name from Paradise Out. Me, Goldie Yahweh, Lohem, love Elohim. From Paradise Out, Goldie, G-O-D. And then it's the word gold. That I created multi-gold, created the computer sounds of spirituality. G-O-L-D, Goldie, man, Goldie. And then I put a Y on it, G-O-L-D-Y, Goldie. And then I put, in the word gold, I put I-E on it, you go die, Goldie. And then I gave you what? Goldilocks. And the three bears. That Goldie was a motherfucking dog. What's my motherfucking name? Lohem, Yahweh, love Elohim. DiamonD, ancestor of all creators. So as I was creating my language, on Paradise Isle we did have Sian. And then there was the one that would become my wife, Sienna. And then I created Cienega. So you heard of my street called La Cienega? That Cienega was not my wife. Anyway. The Bible would be in a book of genocide. Is bogus about this word G-O-D. That's my word, Yahweh. It's probably amazing that I am God Elohim of the nation of Israel, Yahweh. I am God Elohim of the kingdom of Israel, Yahweh is my name already. El Yahweh. The first El God, Yahweh, me. I am God Elohim, not yours. Therefore my name became God Enosh, Yahweh Elohim. That I am the only God of English language. That's my creation. You just have L language. So this word G-O-D with the creation and the source of deception. Discrepancy with alphabet letters is all that it would be. Can you move an alphabet letter to believe that you thought of something? The Bible would begin with my word G-O-D. In the beginning, G-O-D created the heavens and the earth. Then you hear something called the spirit of the G-O-D. What's the difference between the G-O-D, me, Yahweh Elohim, and the spirit of me? A whole bunch of those motherfuckers that worship me and died with this color purple in their ass because they cannot be Yahweh. A whole bunch of them. Then eventually the Bible tells you that the Lord is God of gods. Well, the Lord is love. I am Yahweh. Love the Lord. Elohim, God. Period. I don't come with no other one first. Then I became Yahweh, love the Lord, Elohim, God of gods, Yahweh. Elohim is greater, man. And I am a God, Yahweh, Enosh, created the English language. So then my word G-O-D was conspired against, that the Hebrew language did not have the letter D, even though I was a Hebrew God, Enosh, Yahweh Elohim, from paradise before the earth was created. Then eventually, the New Testament of the Bible, I will fast forward to that for time's sake. Here become this thing called the God of truth. In the book of Amos, you have a people that say they hate the one that tells the truth. But you never heard of the God of love, Christ, Yahweh Elohim, Melrose Avenue from the Vietnam War. Then you have the living God, because you heard of the dead God from Mount Zion. Then there's the incorruptible God, the one that can never be corrupted by faggots. Me, Yahweh Elohim. You know, if you cannot call a being's name in their own creation and in their own presence, that you're inferior, right? So I created an English dictionary that you can find my name inside of an English dictionary as a word. And you can use all the words in the English dictionary equally if you are an equally intelligent person as me. Yoel Enosh, DiamonD, Yahweh love Elohim, Elohim I am, ancestor of all creators. And creating my English language, this word G-O-D I put in my word genocide. That Lohem would be uncreated trying to learn alphabet letters. Every time you use a letter E and a letter O, or every time you try to pronounce alphabet letters that pronounces the sound E, Lohem would curse itself out. That it never had body language to learn the English language properly. Yes. And so with my word G-O-D, then you become, in the book of Thessalonians, which is a Hebrew hieroglyphic about the alien asshole. There's going to be this God, or this being that's going to come, and it's going to exalt itself over everything called God, and everything worshipped as a God. And then eventually another God is going to send a powerful delusion of the lie of God, so they're going to believe the lie. Then in the book of Revelation, eventually there's going to be one that's going to just blaspheme one God. Now first you had the God of gods, and then it's only going to be one left, me, El Yahweh. Then I'm going to be the only God blaspheming in my Bible. Yeah, and that's what happened in the Bible. That the Bible begins telling you that there's a God hater in the book of Romans. And if you ever say I love God and you hate somebody else, that they hate my name God, why? The Hebrew people were not created with this word God. Nah. Only Jesus Christ, God, Yahweh Elohim. That's the only one God. They were just created with their creator, the Hebrew creator. With all those other Hebrew words. So this word God, it is about genocide. Now, Calvin Trice Murphy, the creator of legislation of the banking system, 1938, the granted discovery which put $1 zillion in Bank of America and $1 zillion in Wells Fargo Bank, and gave the Smithsonian Institute with video cameras and audio recorders his invention of video alien technology of my voice. For the Bible said that a whole bunch of people were eyewitnesses of me and said that they recorded my words. That's the ear witness. Ear witness. Ear witness, not an eyewitness. Yeah. So anyway, my word God, that's the biggest conspiracy, since I am the great original deceiver, Lohem, Yahweh, love Elohim, from the creation of the greats, love Elohim, whose creator name is I am. And I put the word I am in my name, DiamonD, Lohem, Yahweh, love Elohim, ancestor of the creators, whose name is I am. And I put that word right in my name, DiamonD. Now, for your world that has blasphemy my names in the computer, trigonometry was created for me to deal with the female being that was thought to be greater than me before I went through evolution. Me, evil Lohem, Yahweh, DiamonD, love Elohim, ancestor of all creators. And so with trigonometry, I was the Pharaoh Thoth, the Pharaoh Atum, the Pharaoh Amen, the Pharaoh Hortus, and Heru. I created math, mathematics, arithmetics, inscriptions, and science. Eventually, with my transcriptions, I created numerology and linguistics. Eventually, I created. And trigonometry is when I skipped my algebraic formulation of CIX, which is my name 6, the first algebraic formulation. And I skipped geometry and I just put it in my creation of trigonometry. Why do I lust after females? Then I just became, I am Atlas, God, Yahweh Elohim, the God of Atlantis, and creator of Spanish. And with my name, Atlas, God, Yahweh Elohim, the creator of Spanish on the continent of Atlantis, I will answer that question with Jesus Christ. If a man lusts after a woman, he's committed sin. I was with CN on Paradise Island. I can't commit that at all. My street's called La Cienega. On 2 planets named Venus, that I'm the creator Elohim of both planets named Venus. Now, genocide. Bank of America with Calvin Trice Murphy since 1938 and granted discovery Smithsonian Institute, which started science and the Department of Education. They helped to create genocide, that there was only one God we trust in 1938. Me, Yahweh Elohim. Only one. Therefore, we didn't have this God of gods. Just in God we trust. All right? And since 1938, 83 years later, so with your calendar years keep changing because you can't count very well, about 10 billion dead people with this pay to the order of trying to steal my money. And then you go to a bank and they give you the money and tell you that the money has my word on it, God. You don't know what that says. It just says Godi to you. You don't know what it reads. You just want to assume that you know what it reads. All right? Genocide. There was just one bank in the banking system, Bank of America. And one banking system with Wells Fargo. All right? And I sent you many things. I sent you zillion symbols, that I was the first zillionaire. All right? I sent you copyright laws. I sent you trademark laws. And eventually you came up with intellectual properties. And something about stealing intellectual properties. Genocide is the word where God was placed for everybody that tried to steal my money in the banking system. And since 1930, it's completely true. I'm the first zillionaire me, Calvin Trice Murphy, Lohem, Yahweh Elohim of Bank of America, with myself, Isaac Corbett Smith, God Enosh, Yahweh Love, Elohim, with Wells Fargo Incorporations. I'm the first zillionaire, first double zillionaire with myself. I married myself, Calvin Trice Murphy, with Calvin Trice Johnson, Calvin Trice Murphy, Calvin Trice Davis, Calvin Trice Murphy. It's really called Davies, that you know that my avenues are on planet Venus. So you was given venues on planet Venus. Period. And I married myself, Calvin Trice Murphy, Calvin Trice Benson. I married myself, and then I have 5 wives that I gave my money to angels. All right? I'm the first zillionaire and double zillionaire, and then I had to teach you what a multi-trillionaire is, so I could finally teach you what an exponential zillionaire is, so you could try to learn what math is instead of arithmetic and mathematics. Addition and multiplication. Subtraction is negative, and division is so negative it's called factions. And factions come from fractions, and fractions are about fragmentations of Elohim, which I am definitely part of that creation. Me, evil Lohem Yahweh, DiamonD